So hey Misfits, this is Anthony with a snapshot of Lost Ruins of Arnak, the Expedition Leaders. Now this is an expansion for Arnak, and since this is a snapshot, we're going to try to go through the gameplay this adds to Arnak without delving into too deep about the original way the board game plays. I'm just going to basically go over what it adds and brings to the table of the original Arnak. Now, of course, you have your main draw to this expansion. You have your Expedition Leaders. Now, if you played Arnak, of course, which you have everybody starts with the same generic deck of cards. This adds unique explorers so that each person isn't playing the same game. Each explorer not only has their own special deck of cards, but they each have their own ability that they bring to the table. I'll just go over a couple of them really quick. So for example, the captain here has an extra expedition person he can use. I forget what you call them, explorer. We'll call them explorers. So he has 3 explorers instead of the usual 2. He can also put the explorer on his side and he gets to tap the ability of an assistant already on the board. Very cool. She has an eagle that will fly around the board when she plays her cards, and each time the eagle flies past a certain point, she will get bonuses. The Baroness will have a card that keeps boomeranging back to her hand, and on top of that, she gets a regular income of gold depending on the turn. The Professor has a suitcase of his own artifact stuff, basically. He's got his own artifact research notes in there, but basically what that means is he will get a dividend of tokens that go in the suitcase that he can only spend for artifacts. I personally like this girl. She's like an Indiana Jones girl. She has snack tokens, which are super cool. She only gets 1 explorer. And basically this explorer can go to multiple sites, unlike the other explorers. But to do that, you pay in snacks. So basically you put a snack token down and the explorer will go to a different site. You do have to pay sometimes to have them do that, but you can basically bounce your explorer around all over the place. The Mystic, I also think is really cool. He burns his fear cards. He gets a fear card every round, but he burns them to his own area. And basically when he burns multiple cards, he could do different effects. And again, each one comes with their own deck, so you're not playing the same game between everybody. In addition to that, there's just more, of course. You have ways to denote which color you're playing, because of course everything's color coded. You have more to add in the decks. You have more guardians, more temples, more assistants, more idols, you have more items and artifacts. They even gave you more replacement artifacts and more replacement items to rebalance the game for the expansion. And again, there's more temples there. You have a way to randomize, of course, what leaders people are getting. They even added an alternate mode for the Moon Staff. Now, the Moon Staff, of course, exiled cards to the left and right of it when you played, depending on the round. Now, this one actually will exile 2 cards to the left and right of it, so you clear up more of the board, which I actually really kind of like. It gets rid of more cards and adds in more stuff. But basically, that's the only difference between that and the regular Moon Staff. And last but not least, they added more temples. You have your Monkey Temple and your Snake Temple. Now, the difference between them is the Monkey Temple obviously has different costs, but as you get towards the top, you can actually buy the plates that give you bonus points at the end in the actual Temple of Arnak before you even get to the top, which is kind of cool. As you get higher up, you can start pegging these plates for more extra points. And the Snake Temple actually has guardians that you fight as you go along the way, which I think is actually really super cool. So you actually have to defeat guardians to get farther up the temple. And of course, actually kind of like the Monkey Temple, you do have some bonus options to buy plates before you even get there. Overall, this expansion looks great, adds a lot to it, and especially Expedition Leaders. If you have base game Arnak, definitely get this game for the Expedition Leaders alone. So this is, of course, from CGE Games, the original makers of Arnak. This expansion adds a lot to the table, so pre-order it as soon as you can. Believe me, you're going to want to play this. Again, thanks for watching our snapshot, guys. We hope this gave you a good look at what you're going to be getting in the future here for Arnak. If you haven't already, like and subscribe down here somewhere. We really enjoy putting these videos out, and we hope you do too. Anyway, guys, take care of yourselves. This is Anthony from Tabletop Misfits. Game on. Thank you.